Hello, this is Tony Heller from realclimatescience.com, setting the record straight about following the money. Earlier today I reported on some ridiculous predictions by Sir Patrick Vallance, the chief scientific advisor to the UK government. He predicted 50,000 new infections a day by mid-October and 200 deaths a day a couple of weeks later. His forecast is completely inane and has no basis in reality. The red dashed line in this graph shows what would have to happen in order for his claim to be correct. What he's predicting is mathematical gibberish. And today the Telegraph has reported what's really going on. Revealed, Sir Patrick Vallance has £600,000 shareholding in firm contracted to develop vaccines. The UK government responded by denying claims of potential conflict of interest, maintaining he's not involved in commercial decisions on coronavirus vaccines. This is an utterly ridiculous claim to make. The UK has, for all intents and purposes, already achieved herd immunity. Very few people have been dying from COVID-19 for several months. This is because the virus is having a very difficult time finding new, vulnerable people to infect and kill. The claimed second wave of infection, shown in blue, does not have a corresponding second wave of deaths, shown in red. If there was going to be a large second wave in deaths, it would have started months ago, like the first wave did. It closely followed the rise in cases. Based on what happened with the first spike in deaths, the second spike in deaths should have started by the end of July. But it didn't happen in July, it didn't happen in August, and it's not happening in September either. Sir Patrick Vallance is engaged in nonsensical fear-mongering. The UK should be moving on like Sweden is and getting life back to normal. But because of Sir Patrick Vallance's irrational fear-mongering, the UK government is going the other direction. They're headed back towards tyranny. The goal seems to be to convince people that the only way they're going to get their life back is through a vaccine. Bill Gates has made this abundantly clear.
But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice. People don't feel like going to the stadium when they might get infected. It's not the government who's saying, okay, just ignore this disease. And, people are deeply affected by seeing these deaths, by knowing they could be part of the transmission chain. And, old people, their parents, their grandparents could be affected by this. And so you don't get to say, ignore what's going on here. There will be the ability, particularly in rich countries, to open up if things are done well over the next few months. But for the world at large, normalcy only returns when we've largely vaccinated the entire global population. And so
this doesn't have anything to do with public health. It's about making money for vaccine companies. Sir Patrick Vallance should have been immediately fired instead of the government claiming he doesn't have a conflict of interest. Obviously he does. It's starting to become pretty obvious that the UK government and many other governments around the world have been bought off. Toto is spreading his message to as many people as possible. There's been more than 5 million views of his videos over the last 28 days. You can visit him and Kyrie on the web at realclimatescience.com.